in child's pose. Child's pose is a beautiful position for turning inward, which is why I like to start here much of the time, not all the time, but much of the time. Allowing the forehead to release down, arms overhead if you'd like, or back by your heels. And then maybe just take a little rock side to side and find your center. If this pose is not conducive to your knees or to any other part of your body, or even just how you feel, pick something else. This is the beauty of this practice, is we can be in it together and do different things and yet be on the same path. And then we breathe with intention, with connection. We breathe for each other, with each other. And in this position, feeling that expansion of the backward cage as you inhale. And as you exhale, they soften in. I always visualize like angel wings spreading out as you inhale. And then just coming calmly back onto your back as you exhale. It's that big inhale, you spread your wings out wide. And then you exhale and you draw back gently onto your back. One more round of breath here. You're going to start to slowly crawl the arms overhead if they're not already there. Come onto your fingertips. And then push the fingertips down. And from that place, start to feel the elbows lift up. Wrap the triceps toward the ground. Start to feel the shoulder blades and the back ribs push into the front body gently. And then lift the front ribs off of your thighs away from the floor. And then inhale, rise onto hands and knees. We're going to keep the hands tented if it's okay. If it's not, you'll really palm the floor. But if it's okay, stay on those fingertips. Inhale, pulling the heart forward, lifting the tail, drawing the collarbones broad, and then exhaling, rounding the back. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Now spread the fingers wide, palm the ground, shift forward, come into cobra or upward facing dog, really gently. We often come from the ground up, just coming from the back forward, and then pressing back, downward facing dog. Ears between biceps as best you can. Top of the ears, top of the head stretch for your thumbs. And give your thumbs some attention. Give your index fingers some attention. As you press the hands down, feel the wrists gently lift away from the floor. The forearms gently lift away from the floor. Send the crease of the hips high to the sky. Your legs do not have to be straight here. And then feel those wings on your back expand as you inhale and contract back in as you exhale. And then without restricting the breath, gently drawing the front ribs toward the back ribs. And then getting lost in your breath just a little bit. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, come back to down dog. Take your right hand to your left calf or your ankle. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, take it back. Inhale. Exhale.
idea. We're here for a few more breaths. Come back to plank, pause. Halfway down, chaturanga. Back up to plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Use your knees if you need to. Halfway down, chaturanga. Back up, downward facing dog. 3 more times on your own.
So listen, you don't ever have to do chaturanga in my class. If I'm offering it out there and it doesn't work for you, you just hold plank instead, yeah? Beautiful, beautiful. I see you, you're amazing. Really nice. After your 3rd time, you'll pause in downward facing dog.
With an inhale, stretch your right leg back. Keep your hips in neutral. Kind of spin the right big toe toward the midline of your body or the midline of your mat. Inner right thigh lifts up. Outer right hip kind of wraps forward. Your leg doesn't have to be crazy high here. Make it strong. One more inhale. Knee into your chest, come high onto those left toes. About 5 breaths here, round the upper back. So there's a bit of cat's pose here. And then step your right foot next to your right hand. Bring your hands to your hips, roll the chest open. Elbows hug to the sky, front ribs off that front thigh. And then take a little gander down at this right knee. See if you can stack it right on top of your right heel. Option to extend the arms back toward the left heel, toward the back of your mat, or maybe forward without lifting the torso up, bringing the arms next to the ears. And then I'm just going to say what happens on my body. When I do that, I start to straighten the front leg. See if you can sink deeper into the front hip. Push up more in the back leg. Rise, inhale, torso up, back heel roots down, warrior 2. Gaze on that right middle finger. Keep the right big toe rooted. Feel the right knee moving toward the pinky toe, wrapping open, lengthening that inner right thigh, and getting a sense of that right hip just gently wrapping under the body. And then spread your upper back. Notice if your left shoulder starts to travel toward the front of the mat, draw it back. Stand heavy on your back foot. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach up, both arms. Rebend the front leg, sweep the arms back, reverse warrior. Release the hands around. Step back to plank, chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale, yeah. Down dog, exhale, so beautiful. Pause, reset. And then slowly left leg stretches back. Keep the hips neutral. Inner left thigh lifts up. Left big toe wraps a little toward the midline of the body. Pull up and back on that right hip. Use your hands. Use your arms. Use your breath. One more inhale. Draw your knee into your chest. Pause here and breathe. A little bit of cat's pose here in that upper back. And actually in the low back a little too. A lot. Place your left foot next to your left hand. Bring your hands to your hips. And then take a moment here. Left knee on top of your heel. Shoulders draw open, elbows hug in. Front ribs gently off that front thigh. Yeah. Option is stretch the hands back. Option, take the arms overhead, but without
straightening the front leg without lifting the torso up. Pull the feet toward each other. So push down into the left foot, draw it toward the back of the mat. Push into the ball of the right foot, draw it toward the front of the mat. Use that breath. Every inhale, feel those wings expand. Every exhale, draw into center. Rise up, inhale. Root the back heel, warrior two. Yeah, gorgeous. Gaze out over that left hand. Notice if the right shoulder starts to travel forward. See if you can draw it back. Feel the width across the collarbones, but across the upper back as well. Yeah, really nice. Your breath is soft, steady, and even. Push the hands down. Push the fingertips down as if you were pressing into the floor. Inhale, rise up. Rebend, reverse. Full inhale. Bring your hands around, exhale. Step back to plank. Your choice, chaturanga vinyasa in any shape or form, or just skip it and go to down dog. Pause here. You have about 5 breaths here. If you want, you stay in down dog. If you want, you're going to lift your heels, bend your knees, and you're going to take 5 hops. And then we're all bringing our feet to our hands. Halfway inhale. Exhale, fold deeply. Rise to stand. Inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Pause here. Inhale full. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Full exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, spread your wings, rise. Exhale, empty the breath. Folding, 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 folding. Halfway up, inhale. Plant your hands, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Dog pose, exhale. Right away, lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway up, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. Down dog, exhale. Lift your heels, inhale. Stretch back, look forward, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Yeah, hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Bow, exhale. Half forward fold, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, heart to sky. Down dog, exhale.
Inhale, lift the heels. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Inhale, offer your heart, stretch it forward. Keep the space, fold down. Rise up, inhale. Close the circle, exhale. Inhale, spread your wings, rise up. Bow forward, exhale. Inhale, heart forward, gaze a little forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise up, dog. Down dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Close the circle, exhale. Last time, rise up. Forward fold. Halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise open, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Lift the heels. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway. Fold, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Hands draw to heart. Utkatasana, chair. So in chair, neutralizing the spine, but not over tucking. Getting that sense of drawing the belly back, lengthening out the tailbone. Yeah, really nice, really nice. Yeah. So good. Stay in your breath, don't lose it. You're amazing, stay in it. Without sinking any lower, pick up your heels. Outer ankles in. Imagine you could pick up your pinky toes. Put your right heel down, bring your hands into your heart. Take the left leg back, warrior three. Inner left thigh lifting. Balance your energy in that right foot. You're going to start to turn the right hip open, half moon. Use a block under your right hand. Maybe find the floor, maybe float the hand off the ground. Turn the chest to the left and then sweep that left hand to the sky. Feel the width of the collarbones, the width of the upper back. We're going to pass through warrior two to come to reverse warrior. Slow as mud. Start to bend that right leg. Step the left foot back. Pass through warrior two and then reverse it back. Really nice. Come around, both hands to the ground. Lift your right leg up behind you. Three-legged dog. Keep the hips in neutral. You're going to come super high into these left toes. Bend the left knee. So your right leg is up. You're going to look between your hands. You're going to hop your left foot to the top of your mat. Right foot comes down back behind you. And we're in crescent pose. Rise up. Left foot is forward, right leg is back. So good. Yes. Bring your hands into your heart. Right arm outside your left thigh. We twist to the left. One more inhale. Release your hands around. Standing splits, top of the mat. So just shift into that left leg. Lift your right leg up. You're going to start to plant your hands firmly on the floor. Just listen. Inhale, lift the right leg a little higher. Exhale, tap your right toes to your right wrist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tap your right wrist with your right toes. Push the floor away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. This time bring your feet together, exhale. Chair, inhale. Really nice. Lift your heels. Don't sink any lower, just stay here. Lift the heels. Slow down. Push your left heel down, bring your hands into your heart. Right leg sweeps back, you're in warrior three. Hug that left hip in. Wrap the inner right thigh to the sky. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Wake up that back foot. So you can point your toes back, you can kind of spread the toes wide, you can pull the toes toward your knee, but wake up that back foot. That back ankle is active and alive. Start to balance the weight in that standing leg. It's, for me, moving all over the place, and that's good. But start to find your center so that we can transition from here into half moon. Left hand comes down, block or floor, maybe it floats off the ground. And just start to wrap the chest open. So now your left hip went from neutral into a deep external rotation. Stack that right hand on top of your left hand. Keep this back foot wide awake. Yeah. Both legs powerful. Check your thoughts. Are you like wishing to come out? I mean, one, you have free will. You can come out if you need to. But don't talk yourself out of it. You've got this. And we're going to transition into warrior two to come into reverse warrior. And then we bring the hands around. Plant your hands, come onto the right toes, three-legged dog, sweep this left leg up and back. Come really high into your right toes, lift the heel. Bend the right knee, now look toward your thumbs. Hop your right foot forward. Good, back foot comes down. Crescent pose. So right foot top of the mat, amazing. Breathe your wings wide. Hands to heart. Left arm outside that right thigh. Retwist it. Yes, yes, yes. Really nice. Last full inhale. Release your hands down. Standing splits, top of the mat. Lift this left leg up. Melt over this right leg. Think of this as a single leg forward fold. So if you had both your feet together and you were forward folding, it's the same thing. You just happen to have the left leg up and back. You're going to plant your hands and pull your chest forward. Push your hands down. Take an inhale, lift the leg a little higher. Exhale, left toes tap the left wrist. Inhale up. Exhale, tap. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Feet together, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Pick up your heels, don't sink any deeper. Pause here, stay here, or bring your hands down, crow pose. Don't jump back, please. Right foot down, left leg stretches back, warrior three. Open half moon. Pass through warrior two to reverse your warrior. Bring your hands down. Three-legged dog. Right leg sweeps up and back. Come high in your left toes. Look forward. Hop your left foot forward. Right foot down. Crescent pose. Inhale. Twist to your left. Exhale. Stay for an inhale. Release it. Exhale. Standing splits. Top of the mat. Plant your hands. Tap right toes to right wrist. Now keep doing this just as we did last time. Maybe when you tap, you lift the left heel, and then maybe take a little hop up. Clearly there's a chance of cartwheeling out of it. But if you want to work on handstands, this is your opportunity. These are so good. Yes, so good. One more. And then feet come together. Chair. Inhale. Lift the heels. Stay here or bring the hands down. Knees to tricep. Keep the hips really high. And then maybe tip and lift for crow. Gaze is forward. Heart is forward. Push your hands down. Round that upper back. Find that sense of cat's pose here. Not just the upper back, lower back. Pull the belly in. Amazing. Yes. Left foot down. Right leg back. Warrior three. Half moon. Open up. Pass through warrior two. Reverse warrior. And then come around, hands to the ground. Left leg sweeps back for three-legged dog. High into the right toes. Bend the right knee. Right foot hops forward. Left foot down. Crescent. Inhale. Exhale, we twist. Stay for the inhale to open. And then exhale, release it, standing splits. Lift the leg high. Exhale, tap the wrist. If you want, you lift the leg, you pull up into the toes, you give it a little hop. One more. Feet together, chair. Pause, slow down, slow down. So good. That's our sequence. We have one more time on each side. Don't overthink it. Trust it's in your body. Trust your breath. We move together. Pick up the heels. Stay there or bring the hands down. Crow pose. Right foot down. Warrior 3. Half moon. Pass through warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Bring the hands around. 3-legged dog. Right leg sweeps up and back. High in the left toes. Look forward. Hop your left foot forward. Right foot down, back to the mat. Crescent, inhale. Twist left, exhale. Stay, inhale, get bigger. Exhale, release. Standing splits. Press your hands down. Tap right toes, right wrist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. 2 more. And then chair. Lift the heels. Stay high, stay there, hands down. Crow. Bakasana. Left foot down, right leg back, warrior 3. Half moon. Take it back through warrior 2 to reverse. Yeah. Bring it around. Sweep that left leg up and back, high into your right toes, hop the right foot forward. Left foot back to the mat, crescent pose. Rise up. Twist to the right. Stay, inhale. Exhale, release. Standing splits, lift that left leg up, and then tap the wrist. 4 more times. One more lift. Chair, top of the mat. Slow down. Hands to heart. Left arm outside the right thigh. Open it up. Stay in chair, please. Come back to center. Take it the other way. Come back to chair. Pick up your heels, get low this time in toe stand, get low. Whatever that is for you. And then we're going to transition from here into boat pose, taking a seat, lifting the legs. Knees can be bent, shin parallel to the floor. You can hold on if you need to lift the heart. You're going to have the arms at your side. You can also straighten your legs. Keep the right leg. Slowly roll down. Left leg releases. Come onto your back. Right hand to your right hip. Move your right hip toward your left heel. Good. Maybe reach up with that right hand. Take the big toe. Massive maybe. If you have a strap or towel, you can use that. Take your left arm out to the left. Root the left shoulder down.
So you're supporting wherever you need to. Your knee, your leg does not have to be straight, please. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. It might be. You're shooting the energy of straightening the leg upward, but that doesn't mean that it straightens. With an inhale, open out to the right. Inhale back to center. Curl your shoulders off the ground. Stay here, breathe. Pick up the left leg. Lower the right leg down to meet the left. Low boat. Lifting to boat pose, rising up. Same options apply, second round. Can you be here in the still of it, in the work of it, in the breath? You're going to bring this left leg up. Right leg releases down. Slowly bring it down onto your back. Pause. Left hand to your left hip. Encourage the left hip, to move toward the right foot. Take a few breaths there. Deepen the crease of the left hip. Find the energy of straightening the leg, whether or not it straightens, doesn't matter. It's the energy of it. Maybe reach up, take the leg or the big toe, or find some sort of apparatus that allows you to feel connected here, whether that just be holding here, towel or a strap if you got one. Take the right arm out to the side, start to stabilize the torso. Push that right leg down. And then with an inhale, open the leg out to the left. Notice where your mind goes. So you're like, oh, we're on the ground, class is over. That may or may not be true. Like, we could possibly stay down here for the rest of class, but we quite possibly won't. We won't. How's that for the cliff notes? We're not going to stay down here. So notice your tendencies. Like, are you like, oh, I need more chaturangas, or oh, yay, I can't believe we're down already. This is my lucky day. Happy detachment. Instead, be open to it. Inhale, draw back up to center. Good. Curl the shoulders up. Pick up that right leg. And then lower the left leg down. Bring your hands into heart. Keep your legs center. Keep your legs center. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring this right elbow to the ground by twisting. Thumbs are at your heart. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Legs don't move. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more each way. Last one. Come through center. Boat pose, lift it up, cross your shins, chaturanga, take it back. Rising open. Down dog, exhale, pause here and breathe. It's been a minute since we've been here in down dog, which often feels like home base in a vinyasa class, so maybe you missed it, maybe you didn't, but just give yourself a moment here to reset. Right leg reaches back, inhale. Right knee to left tricep, shift forward. Inhale back.
Right knee, right tricep. Exhale. Inhale back. Place your foot between your hands. Back heel turns down. Warrior one, straight up the center. Big bend in the front leg. Powerful back leg. Yeah, use your breath. That inhale, send your wings wide. So good. So good. Fantastic. Sweaty mat from abs. I need a towel. It's a good sign, right? Inhale, straighten the right leg. Feel how you feel here. If you don't feel centered, maybe consider popping the left foot a little to the left, maybe shortening your stance, whatever feels right. And then left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Squeeze your feet toward each other. Broaden across your chest. Yeah, for me, my right hip just starts to kind of crawl up. See if you can drop the right hip down, level the hips. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Left hand, block or floor, maybe outside the foot, inside the foot, maybe on the foot. Revolve triangle. Smooth out your breath. Can you broaden across the chest just a bit more? One more inhale. Release this right hand down. Pivot around to the left. Square your feet, Prasarita, Padottanasana. Adjust your feet as needed. Release the top of the head toward the floor. Hug the elbows in. Arms are at pretty much shoulder distance. If you love headstand, you can bring the crown of the head to the floor, straddle the legs up into tripod headstand. Yeah, really well done. Beautiful. If you are in headstand, start that slow transition down. Maybe hover your feet off the ground for just a moment before you replace your feet. And then inhale, pull your heart forward. Walk your hands around to the top of your mat. Come onto your back toes. Stay here. Walk your right foot over toward your left hand and maybe back toward your left thigh. We're coming into single leg pigeon. Always, 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 if you need an alternative pose, just go there. And then if it's okay, see if you can lift your hands up and maybe just lift a little off the ground. So creating some power, some stability here. We're not just collapsing down into the ground. Really feeling that power in your body, using the back foot, using the back leg. And then with control, releasing it down, keeping some level of commitment to the pose, to the legs, maybe coming forward and lacing the hands behind the hips. Last 2 breaths. Inhale, rising up. Releasing the hands around. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back leg, coming into Vashisthasana. Option to take this right big toe with you and come into Vashisthasana B. Yeah. And then Chaturanga, or not, up dog. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Left leg back, inhale. Cross toward the right arm, all your breath out. Inhale, stretch back. To the left arm, exhale. Inhale, stretch back. And then place your foot between your hands. Back heel roots. Warrior one up the center. Nice generous bend in the front knee. Powerful back leg. Inner right thigh draws back. Yes. I personally like my feet a little wider in this pose. So rather than kind of tight roping yourself here, I give myself a little more space, and it just helps to bring my torso around. Gives me a little more sense of rooting in the back foot, staying strong in the back leg. Fantastic. And so we give a lot of attention to squaring the torso to the front of the mat. Give some attention to balancing the hips up and down here. So notice if the left hip is kind of hiked up a little bit or if it's hanging low. And just see if you can find that levelness to some degree through your hips, through your pelvis. So balancing the bowl of your torso, the pelvis, pelvic bowl. It may already be there. Sometimes we don't need to improve something. We just let it ride. And we find someplace else to put our attention, like our breath. Straighten the front leg with your inhale. Feel if you feel centered. Make any adjustments that you might need. And then right arm forward, left arm back. Power up the legs, broaden the collarbones. So roll that left shoulder open and find width. Inhale, reaching forward. And then right hand, maybe on the floor, inside or outside of that left foot. On a block, maybe your hand on your foot. Hand on foot is actually really tricky because it becomes a balance pose. Last inhale, and then unravel it. Walk your hands around to the right for Prasarita Padottanasana. Any version here. So if you want to repeat Prasarita Padottanasana A with your hands shoulders distance, maybe take a headstand again. If you want to lace your hands behind your hips, or maybe take your big toes, pull the heart forward to get a little more extension, and then yoking across the upper back. Elbows gently drawing back. Spine softening down. Kneecaps lifting. It doesn't matter what version you're in. Even if you're in a headstand, you're lifting the kneecaps by engaging the quadriceps, the fronts of the thighs. Yeah. If you're in a headstand, same thing. You're going to straddle down slowly. And then everyone, lengthen your heart forward. Walk your hands around to the top of the mat and start to walk this left foot over toward the right hand. Single leg pigeon on the left side. And we'll do the same thing. Maybe lifting up. Feeling the strength and the power in the legs and the foundation. And without giving that strength and power up, gently sinking. And there's still resistance pushing down. And then maybe for today, lace the hands behind the hips. Stay committed to the legs. And then drawing forward. Last 2 breaths. And then rising up. Bring the hands around, tuck the back toes. Coming into Vashisthasana, maybe bringing this left foot with you and opening up. And then Chaturanga. Open and rise. And then bring your knees to the ground. And come into Ujjayi. Hands come to your hips. Lift the front hip points. Maybe hands to your heels. Broaden the collarbones. Use the shoulder blades to lift the heart up. Don't forget about your wings. Breathe into your back ribs. Rise up, inhale. Come back into child's pose where we began. Pause. And then come around onto your backs. Knees to chest or happy baby, you choose. Possibly extend the legs out straight. Bring the knees back through center. We finish with a twist of your liking. Take the knees one way, you can cross the legs, kind of one knee in, one leg straight, whatever feels good. Inhale, come back into center. And then switch and twist the other way. If you would like to finish your practice seated instead of in Shavasana, you'll come up to sitting. If you'd like to stay on your back or any other position, you'll finish maybe a little more classically in Shavasana. Find what brings you joy here in this last moment. Allow your eyes to soften. Close if it feels okay. And give your body, your breath, your mind permission to just let go.
to come back into your body. Maybe even acknowledge any thoughts that are passing by. And then if you're not already sitting, find your way there. And once we've arrived together, bring your hands together at your heart. Acknowledge, honor that you showed up today on your mat. Honor those practicing with you. With all of our differences, we can meet together and be as one. Love a little more. Sounds corny, but it's true. And we start with ourselves, and this practice helps us to really fall in love with ourselves. I encourage you to feel that side of it, to feel your greatness, how wonderful you are, and what you bring into this world. Together, inhale. Bow your mind to your heart with your exhale. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Jai. Have a beautiful day.